Hey y'all. Come on in the room. It's time to meditate, y'all. It's about that time. It's about that time for us to come on in the room. So while we come in here, I first want to thank you for being here with me tonight and your patience with us doing a time change. I had to go do some service tonight and now I'm here, so I'm excited to see who my nighttime folks are who stay up a little later. I normally do this at 9:30. But tonight we're trying 10:30, so we're gonna see like who are the folks that stay up a little later and are looking for a little bit of wind down, a little bit of rest, something to get you down in the bed. If you just came into the room, hello. Again, Jasmine, also known as Miss B, and I will be facilitating your sleep tonight, or at least your rest, to get you down into a calm space so that you can wind yourself on down and get into some good rest and some good sleep. Why is this important? Because in order for us to be the absolute best version of ourselves, physically, mentally, spiritually, we have to get rest. So again, for all of those who hear all the time that you'll rest when you die, indeed you will, but that's going to make your living a lot more difficult. So when you're thinking about like, how do you see the progress from you're working out every day? When you're thinking about maybe it's that your memory is starting to fade away on you and you're wondering what's going on, or you're thinking about why is it that you're yawning halfway through the day, a lot of it is because you might not be getting the proper rest. And some of you might say, well, I get sleep, I get 4 hours, it's enough. It's not enough. Maybe it's your baseline, but what meditation can do before going to bed is to actually help you sleep all the way through the night. So more than 4 hours, and sleeping all the way through, like without that waking up in the middle of the night thing that sometimes happens. You really will get that opportunity for really good, healthy rest. So if you are here in this space with me this evening, I really appreciate you for taking a moment to take care of yourself. As we begin to wind down, I encourage you to invite a friend here to come here with us and get down for rest. I invite you to, if you somehow have a crying baby that's a little restless, or maybe you have some pets that are restless, it's okay to put this on loud. You can take it out of your headphones and let everybody hear it. Tonight we'll do a little bit of breath work together. We'll do a little bit of a body scan, and before all of that, I'll read to you because it's like a bedtime story, right? So how many of you have had an opportunity to have a bedtime story read to you before going to bed? I know for me it's been a long time. So we'll do a little bit of reading and get us calmed down and settled. So wherever you are right now, start to get comfortable. I'm gonna take my rings off. As y'all can see, I'm even going to wipe this lipstick off, okay? Because it's time for bed. So I'll wipe my face down a little bit. Wherever you are, see what you can do to get even more comfortable, right? Maybe it's grabbing your favorite pillow and your favorite blanket. Maybe it is, if you've been strapped all day in a bra, maybe it's taking your bra off. If you've been strapped all day in pants, maybe it's time to take your pants off. Whatever it is that you need to feel that comfort, to feel like you're getting down for rest. Maybe you're grabbing your favorite blanket, your favorite pillow. Maybe you're turning the heat on, or maybe some of those people I know, like me, like to actually have the heat and the fan on for that circulation. So whatever it is you need to do to start getting down into a restful position. Maybe you sit in a chair because you're not going to bed just yet, or you're in your bed already laying down. Whatever it is, I want you to bring yourself down into a space of rest, y'all. And we're going to be here for about 15 minutes. All right, so make sure that you get yourself comfortable. Turn off the lights if you want, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, I'm just trying to get myself all the way ready for a little bit of relaxation. So as y'all know, we start all of our meditations off with gratitude. So right now in the chat, if you want, go ahead and let us know what you are grateful for. And I'll start. Whenever we finish our gratitude, we like to end it with African Sanskrit or Yoruba saying Ashe, which means, and so it is, so be it. Make it known, make it plain. So whenever you are ready, you can drop your gratitude in the chat. And I am going to, let's see, am I doing big gratitude today? Am I doing small gratitude today? Let's see. I am grateful for, I'm grateful for grace. I'm grateful for grace. As we know, we've always been living in trying times. Honestly, right now it's not any different than any other time. It's just what this time is bringing. But in this time where there is a little chaos or lots of chaos, however you might see it, and confusion, there are still times that I realize that grace is upon me. So there are things that I get protected from, that divine protection. I have gratitude for divine protection. Ashe. So thank you for sharing your gratitude. Ashe to your gratitude. Ashe to your presence. Really glad you're here. So we're going to start off with some deep breathing, and we'll move from our deep breathing into our body scan. But right before that, just to get you relaxed down even more, I'm going to read you a story to start relaxing you, and then you'll be able to scan. And actually, y'all are getting used to doing the scan in your own pace. So I think that I'll start your scan off, and then we'll read you a bedtime story. And not a bedtime story. We're going with the theme of Black History Month, as y'all know. So I pulled out today, for any of you who went to an HBCU, you probably recognize this book if you went during my time. It's African American literature. And we are going to read Etheridge Nights, because it's nights. And so in the spirit of Black History Month, we think about our ancestors and all that our ancestors have been and the ways that they guide us. And so we're going to read a passage called The Idea of Ancestry. Alrighty. So while we get prepared to do that, I want you to again go ahead and get into a comfortable position. Find your favorite blankets, your favorite pillow, whatever it is you need to be comfortable. If you're sitting up, maybe find a way to lay back a little bit. If you're laying down, maybe you're laying on your tummy, or maybe you're laying on your back. And I want you just to start to notice your breathing as it is right now. Just notice your breathing, just noticing, do you naturally breathe through your nose or your mouth? Is your breathing slow? Is it labored? And just start noticing my voice and what it does to your breath. There's no wrong way to breathe here. You're just noticing. What does my voice do to your breath? And as you notice your breath, I want you to say something really kind to yourself about the way you made it here, the way you made it through this day. Maybe a little gratitude just for who you are, just for being who you are. Nothing extra, just you. And as you find that gratitude, we're going to get even more intentional about our breath and focus on three-part breathing. And the reason why we call this three-part breathing is because we focus on pulling our air or our breath in to fill up and expand our belly, expand our rib cage, that's number 2, and expand our chest. And then we take that backwards and we compress our chest, pushing the air out, compress our rib cage, and we compress our belly all the way back until all of the breath has left us. So we're going to start in with that three-part breathing. If it makes sense for you where you are and it's safe, I'd love if you could close your eyes, or I'd love if you could find a space on the wall to focus on, or on the floor, whichever one is most comfortable for you. If you're afraid that you might fall asleep on this sleep meditation, I first want to tell you that it is my greatest compliment for you to fall asleep. And I will end the live, so your phone won't run all night, because I'll make sure that it ends so you find your way to rest that way, okay? So with your eyes closed, or focusing on the floor, or focusing on a space in the room, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up your belly and your ribs and your chest. And on your exhale, through your mouth, exhale from your chest, your ribs, and your belly. Taking another deep inhale in through your nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Exhale, decompressing your chest, your ribs, and your belly. Deep, deep inhale this time through your nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. And if you want, you can now exhale from your nose. Chest, ribs, belly. Inhaling again through your nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Exhale, your chest, your ribs, and your belly. This time, on your deep inhale through your mouth or your nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, and your chest. On your exhale, allow your shoulders to relax down, chest, ribs, belly. Just notice how much more you can relax on each exhale. Keeping that same flow at your own pace. I want you to now bring your attention down to your feet and just noticing your feet for a moment. And as you take those breaths, imagine yourself taking that breath all the way down to your feet, and then bringing it up to exhale it all the way up until it's out of your nose or your mouth. You listen to me read this passage from a Black history giant, Mr. Etheridge Knight. I want you to allow your mind to scan from your feet all the way to your head, stopping at each body part from the left to the right, and giving special attention right to that space below your belly button, which is the sacral chakra, which we've been focusing on all month. That's your space of creativity and passion and emotional expression. And as you come up to each body part, and as you hear my voice reading each passage, I want you just to allow yourself to relax as much as you can, even more. Deeper into your breath, deeper into your relaxation, allowing yourself to rest, allowing yourself to wind down. And just so that we can make it even better for you. We'll give you a little sound to bring your flow and start you off. Returning your breath to normal as you continue to scan your body and just take a moment to listen. Etheridge Knight was born in Corinth, Mississippi on April 19th, 1931. And as an adolescent, he was a partner to men who frequented juke joints, pool halls, bars, and underground poker games. In 1968, Knight's volume, Poems for Prison, was published by Randall's newly established Broadside Press. As Mr. Knight went into prison at an early age, he redeemed himself through his own literature. Mr. Knight was an inspiration to all those who felt poetry should be functional and a communal art with a strong oral artist in the middle of the circle. We are going to read a piece from Mr. Knight's art titled The Idea of Ancestry. As this month, we honor our ancestors. Him remembering about his ancestors gave him a way to remember exactly who he was in even the most darkest space. The idea of ancestry. As you continue your breath, begin to listen and just allow my voice to bring you even more calm. Taped to the wall of my cell are 47 pictures, 47 black faces. My father, mother, grandmothers, one dead, grandfathers, both dead. I share that in common. Brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, cousins, first and second, nieces and nephews. They stare across the space at me, sprawling on my bunk. I know their dark eyes. They know mine. I know their style. They know mine. I am all of them. They are all of me. They are farmers. I am a thief. I am me. They are thee. I have at one time or another been in love with my mother. One grandmother, two sisters, two aunts. One went to the asylum, and 5 cousins. I am now in love with a 7-year-old niece. She sends me letters written in large block print, and her picture is the only one that smiles at me. I have the same name as one grandfather, 3 cousins, 3 nephews, and 1 uncle. The uncle disappeared when I was 15, just took off and caught freight, they say. He discussed each year when the family has a reunion. He causes uneasiness in the clan. He is an empty space. My father's mother, who is 93 and who keeps the family Bible with everybody's birth dates and death dates in it, always mentions him. There's no place in her Bible for whereabouts unknown. Each fall, part 2. Each fall, the graves of my grandfathers call me. The brown hills and red gullies of Mississippi send out their electric messages, galvanizing my genes. Last year, like a salmon quitting the cold ocean, leaping and bucking up in his birth stream. I hitchhiked my way from LA with 16 caps in my pocket and a monkey on my back, and I almost kicked it with the kinfolks. I walked barefooted in my grandmother's backyard. I smelled the old land and the woods. I sipped corn whiskey from fruit jars with the men. I flirted with the women. I had a ball till the caps ran out and my habit came down. That night I looked at my grandmother and split my guts. We're screaming for junk, but I almost was contented. I had almost caught up with me. The next day in Memphis, I cracked a crocus rib for a fix. This year, there's a gray stone wall damming my This year, there's a gray stone wall damming my stream. And when the falling leaves stir my jeans, I pace my cell or flop on my bunk and stare at 47 black faces across the space. I am all of them, and they are all of me. I am me, and they are thee, and I have no suns to float in the space between. 1968, Etheridge Night. And with that, I thank you for taking a moment of space to yourself. I thank you for taking a moment for rest, as that is the resistance. I appreciate your time in this space. Thank you for breathing. Thank you for listening. You are a beautiful reflection of me. And for that, for us reflecting one another and our ancestors, I bow to you. Namaste. Ashe. Remember, first we find peace within, and then we can give peace out. See y'all next Thursday.